All right, so welcome to chest and probably side drills. Today is 25th December 2023. You know what that means. So, wishing whoever is watching this Merry Christmas 2023. And yeah, today I would prefer going a bit lighter, you know, pushing the, not pushing, pulling away from the gas a little. Like the, yeah, American gas, that means Indian accelerator. Yeah. So, yeah, anyway, let's just see how this one plate feels. And if I feel it after, like I want to go to a higher rep range comparatively, but if I don't feel it as such, and if I want to go, I'll just put on like a couple of 11 pounders, like one either side, and bash out 50, which would be 110 pounds, 110, 115 pounds, whatever. So, yep. For less than a second there, I was like, shit, one side will have to go on the lower rack, but I made it. I mean, yeah, for today, I'm a bit, again, it's a monitor, so less on electrolytes, less on water. I had my first mini meal, like, I mean, it's still a meal, but sometimes I like to call it as mini meal, which out of the five or six that I try to get in a day these days, two of them, most likely. So there could be multiple factors, but this one actually felt good on the pecs. So, well, today it's gonna be just one plate. I don't mind that. Also, I might be a little less on warm up. Like I warmed up my triceps, rotator cuffs a little bit, and rear delts a little bit because you're whenever you're benching off your back. So, I mean, chest motions, any kind of chest movement, your back is involved, specifically the upper portion. So, maybe a one or two, depending on how this next one feels. Maybe one or two sets here, and we can move on to hamstring chest press. And I didn't plan this, of course, but just going by the split on this Christmas, I have the opportunity to train my most favorite body part, I'd say, most favorite muscle group. Like, yeah, I mean, I love training back, I love training arms, everything. I love training legs, I love going crazy on that. So, yeah, but chest. like pumping up the chest, and at the end, the feeling that you get with a chest pump, that just feels different to me. But still, I love any pumped up muscle group. So let's just move on to the next working set for this. Okay. On this one, actually felt a bit right to just re-rack it on the lower one. Actually, in terms of my arm's length, it's better that I go for that one. Like because I'm shorter, I have placed the bench elevation settings to like almost the maximum. The last one, the topmost or the second to top. But still, in terms of the unracking and re-racking it, the lower one has felt previously better sometimes, but today just went for starting from the top one. But I feel like I was, yeah. So I mean, this is like more of a personal talk to you. Like if this year, 2023, it could be hard around being around Christmas and everything is merry, merry, and New Year is coming and whatever. So I get it if it's not the same for you. Maybe you lost a loved one right now, or maybe just something happened throughout the course of any time during this year, and which is just still kind of in your head, and you have not been able to completely get it off your chest, and just whatever, like just move past it, whatever kind of pain or feeling or trauma that you got, pain or bad feeling or whatever it was. So just want to say that whatever you're kind of feeling right now, you're not alone, and just don't think that there's all the people in the whole world right now celebrating the Merry Christmas, right? And I'm talking about so many people who want to celebrate Christmas, but they they might be having some reason just that they won't feel the same during all this holiday season. So to all those, and if you're one of those, then just hang in there. That's all I can say. I mean, there's a reason why I always say stay consistent. What my stay consistent phrase means every time that you have to be consistent through the good and the bad. And there's this amazing, like now it's a quote for me, and but this amazing thing that Sibam said right about 1.5 months ago when he won the fifth title, won the classic physique champ, Mr. Olympia title for the fifth time in a row. Then during his speech, he said this amazing thing: when you numb the bad, you numb the good. What it basically means, like in a gist, it means that whatever bad times you're facing, you have to go back and feel those. Like the the gym is a great place to, bust out your emotions, deal with your emotions, like, make deal with your mental health, get yourself a much better confidence, just developing your character, your personality. So it's a great place to do that, but it's about balancing the both kind of sides, the masculine and the feminine side. Not to say, of course, I don't mean that in any kind of bad way, but you know, sometimes in all this masculine energy, we kind of forget that it's so important to sometimes just stare out, break into tears, and just balance out with the other side as well. You have to go back and feel those things. If you haven't allowed yourself yet to do that, this might be the cue for you. Friendly reminder to do that because I've done both these things quite a lot of times. So, I mean, yeah, just balance out, just have a great life, whatever you want to do, because life is short, man. Seriously, life is really short. And I've kind of tried to remind myself more and more of this thing that, life is short, which allows you to be more grateful and which in turn allows you to be more present wherever you are. You can kind of have a bad day or a shit day, totally shit day, like everyone has those. You know, not everyone will be sharing on social media that, oh, they had a bad day. But those who do, those who really know to express themselves, I mean, it's not like, not to mean that you should be, you need to be public with everything, but it's just something to let out. Journal, have a best friend who you can talk to, have anyone who you can talk to, but at the end of that day, there's this great thing, great quote: read to understand the world, write to understand yourself. So, journaling also might help. So, just do all those things and have a blast at Christmas and have a great time during the New Year's. Yep. So, one more, one more set, and we'll move on to three sets most likely. They're also maybe a bit lighter on the hamstring chest press, and finish it off with probably the pec deck last day felt great, but I want to do some cable fly splash cable crossover today. Yep. So also in the second set I went a bit wider, which I want to kind of go back again. Not too wide, but still wider. Just three sets of incline bench, but we got the chest warmed up enough. Warm enough, actually, not warmed up enough. Now let's just try and bust out. Try and bust out. I meant bust out. Just bust out. So Move on to first working set for hamstring chest press. So I don't know how good of a look you're getting here because the sunlight is right behind and that could kind of upset, but I tried to set the focus here. But regardless, like just did a few warm-up reps, basic warm-up set with a plate and going for 60 kgs. I'm going for two plates today, trying to pump out as many, trying to pump out, trying to pump up by burning, by burning out as many reps as possible. So, or bashing out as many reps. I mean, you get the idea. You guys know. So, yeah, let's just. Another thing, just a quick point. Today's workout, like, is allowing me, like, in between the set, I'm just having feelings of gratefulness that I'm just able to work out today. You know, and a lot of times, while I try to do it at least on the subconscious level almost every day. So, on some subconscious level, that okay, I'm grateful enough to have, time to work out and the ability to have a great workout, have a great session at the gym, go to the gym, afford a gym membership, everything basically. So, not to sound, not to sound like I'm boasting or anything, but still, this is just purely, humbly from the core of my heart. I'm just grateful for everything, and this is the thing that we a lot of times tend to forget. And birthdays are a period of reflections, are a period of reflection, and in birthday also this time I had a chest workout like based on the split that I was doing at that time. Chest day lied on my, which is like I don't of course plan that okay if it just comes the day before birthday or the day before Christmas, it doesn't really matter. I'll still go hit that. You know, whichever body part comes, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, whatever comes, like even if you're showing up to the gym, doing some cardio equipment, doing some body weight exercises based on your goals, whatever it is, just moving your body is a way of expressing gratitude. And this is a lot of times we tend to forget that. And today, every set, I want to just feel that gratefulness because again, all the kinds of festivals and are just meant for love and gratefulness, right? So again, wishing you all a very Merry Christmas and just be grateful, man. Be grateful for whatever you have in your life. There's a pretty good saying. Again, this is a quote that I heard just a little while ago in my Instagram reels. Uh, I think, yeah. So when you're having good times, the bad times are just around the corner, and when you're having bad times, the good times are just around the corner. So yeah, I mean, this true way. Yes. Yep. Enough talk. Again, almost re-racked that. Like I almost re-racked that around 2 to 3 reps earlier. But those last two to three postures were essential, as I always say, for the final burn and for fatigue finishing touches. Actually, this is just the first set, but you know what I mean. So, yeah, I mean, I might want to go for two more, then finish off with either peg deck, maybe not peg deck, maybe just mixing up, you know, uh, straight cable flies, crossovers, and maybe not low to high, but high to low crossover kind of style, bent over little bit, and the straight one, just fly slash press on the cables. So maybe I'll just mix those in 2 to 3 sets, and 9 sets for chest. You should be pretty. I feel like I was add, like I was about to add another adjective there, but pretty pumped. Let's just keep it at that. Let's move on to next working set for this. I feel like I messed up my breath work a little bit there, halfway through the set somewhere. Still, based on the tightness, I feel like I want to just move to cable flies now, but might want to do, based on the feeling, I might want to do one more. So we'll just do one more. Wait for maybe within a minute somewhere. And today I'm trying to vary the tempo also a little bit. Still, compared to the concentric, still the squeezing out portion. Compared to that, I'm still controlling the negatives and slowing them a bit down. But also, that's sometimes that I do like really slow on the negatives, and that also feels great. But I mean, it based on what set we are, it totally depends. So yeah, let's just brush out one more here, and I want a cable fly slash crossover. Midway, I started to think that the speed might have been a little too less. Still, whatever. Just as fatigued. I mean, in terms of the presses, I'm still gonna do cable fly slash crossover. So let's move on to the first working set of those post my re-racking here. So if I really feel like I wanna just like I'm going for crossover style, little bend over, but if I really feel like it at the start or like in the process during the set, then I might just drop down on the floor, kneel down on the floor, and just bash out because that will eliminate most of my, trying to balance the lower body kind of style. So, yep. It's actually a bit too light even for finishing off with light squeezing sets. I guess today is gonna be 60 kgs on everything. Okay, so for the second set, I don't know if I want to do a third one, but I just might. I feel like for crossovers, this one set should be good enough. And for the other two, let's bash out a bit of both. So low to high cable flies and more of kind of just a little leaning, but fly slash press, middle chest motion, whatever I'm trying to say. So basically, this was like high to low. Now we're gonna mix it straight, pushing outside, like fly slash press, doing both fly motion as well as finishing off with maybe a few presses once we tail on the flies and maybe just a bit of low to high as well. So I'm gonna set this to for this next set. I'm gonna set it to low to high and then finish off the chest with a bang, straight cable fly slash press. Let's move on to the next vocal set for this. Actually, I kind of I don't think like they have like I haven't asked here the staff here anyone, but I don't think they have those. I mean, this is also a D handle, but I mean more of that shorter D grip, and that just fits right to me, and also it feels better for some reason. It just feels better on the because it just feels better on these fly kind of motions. Basically anything that whenever I'm doing on the cables. So I'm doing like single arm or both arm like this. Then I wanna go with that grip, but yeah, whatever. This grip is also just fine. I've done enough with both of these grips, so not like they feel new to me, but still preferences. 25 or 20. I feel like because we're low to high, it actually I kind of go lower, like compared to go lower in weight compared to high to low or straight. So let's just see how this feels, and if not, we'll just push it back to 60. I think it's okay. Okay, so that one, I've always kind of find this one like doing this form awkward. It's still just a tiny bit heavy in terms of this, but still we got like 11, 12 reps. Sloppy form though, because like no excuse, but I haven't done these for a while. This also triggers the pecs in a good way, but you know, compared to others, sometimes I just leave this movement out, low to high cable flies. But anyways, the last set, and probably after the pump check I'll leave because, or maybe one set of side drills will have more record. Yeah, probably have more record for this. I might just be doing the same more. What is that? Lateral raises machine. So maybe some good hard sets there, but yeah, let's just do this one last working sweat quickly, and then move on to see what kind of madness we're dealing with. Rest today is gonna be madness. Feels like it. So if I had to choose out of all these three kind of cable fly variations or any kind of cable chest fly variations, would most likely be this one, where I'm kind of leaning like this, flaring my elbows, giving apex a good stretch all the way here, then squeezing it out by either by doing like this fly motion, like the pec deck style, or sort of just a good advice again would be to sort of just try to bring your elbows a bit closer. Like you take your elbows out and then you straighten your arm all the way out and just try to bring your arms closer to each other as much as possible. So that's a good tip again. Learn from Mr. Sebum some tips for this movement and well, countless movements. Let's just keep it at that because again, it just means so much to me in terms of bodybuilding and fitness workouts, everything. Like in terms of bodybuilding, in terms of doing exercises, muscle mind connection, like even a lot of the basic things as well I've learned from just by watching his videos. Like the topmost content of my YouTube, if there was some kind of analytics, what you watched the most this year, it would be one channel, Chris Bumster. That's it. And Sam Sulek I've started watching like since past 2 months, I guess. That will be the second, maybe. That might be the second, yeah. And yeah, that could be it actually. This year I've just watched bodybuilding stuff. Like, reflecting on whatever. Let's just. Why is this feeling a bit awkward? Something is off. Well, they're equal. Maybe I might wanna go one lower on this. Yep. Again, reminder: setup is really important. What's it? What of course? Okay, so yeah, no. Okay, so with that said, chest is complete. I mean, today I feel like I've did higher volume, and actually, that's because I went for a little lesser weight and everything, so I could get the higher rep range. That's why it feels like it. But in terms of sets, what was it like 9 sets? So 9 sets comparatively lighter squeezing sets. I mean, not trying to go too heavy. I think on any set I didn't do of all these 9 sets I didn't do any like within 10 reps most likely. But yeah, whatever. So let's just move on to chest pump check. So let's just get down a few poses, see what kind of confidence we're dealing with inside. But based on the feeling, really pumped up. So we're getting hairy again, but still, I mean, what do you feel like I've hit lats? That's because, again, as I said, when you're flaring, getting that stretch and doing this, when you're squeezing out chest, your lats are also, you're doing that press motion or any kind of chest motion based off of your back. That is starting with my kind of favorite pose. You see that V shape? That is what you should be aiming for. I mean, for me, it has just started to come. I feel like since about a couple months ago, maybe, whatever. But that is the part that gets ignored the most, your upper chest. And for that, you have to just spam incline motions, whatever it is, barbell, dumbbell, whichever. I mean, less water and less food, you could better hit the vacuum pose. Yeah. So pausing out my music there because I don't need it. Like, yeah, because in terms of music, like, I wasn't really listening to that as well. I've been talking to you guys right now. But in terms of, because I'm using the earphones for both, kind of tricky. But sometime in the future, sometime next year, wireless mic to improve the audio for sure. I feel like I just want to end this post, but maybe a little bit of side chest and then we can go. What else? It's just actually. Yep, I feel like that's it. Yep. Okay, so that would be enough for today. For you guys also, and for me also, probably because I've kind of got plans for a little movie in the afternoon. Movie is in 1 hour, so to go home, shower, get ready, and get my second meal, most likely, before going to the theaters. And so going with the little bro for the movie. I mean, for evening, I might just come here for a little bit of Christmas celebration. And yeah, that's probably it for the day. Just have my meals, as many as possible, and just trying to trying to get huge. Well, huge is currently far, but we are trying to get huge. And so again, reminder to be grateful. Wishing you all again a very Merry Christmas. And if you are with your loved ones, enjoy with them. If you're not with your loved ones, go out, enjoy with some friends, someone, or just do some kind of activity. As I said, some kind of self-healing activity, some kind of whatever you want to do. Just roll a dice or just roll a dice and toss the coin, or and just choose to do at least one fun activity to have just your own kind of spin-off on Christmas celebrations. Doesn't matter whichever corner of the world you are. So we'll see you tomorrow for back and rear delts. Till then, stay consistent.